My name is Sal.
I'm Kira.
I'm Aaliyah.
I'm Lawrence.
And I'm Jenna from Right On Sports. The World Cup is this week, and we've gathered together to share some information on and off the pitch that we think you should know before you watch the World Cup.
The World Cup will be hosted in Qatar this year, which has led to a lot of problems since it's very hot there, usually going over about 100 degrees. For the first time in the World Cup's history, it's not going to be hosted in the summer. It's in fact being hosted this November through December. While it may be hosted in the winter months, it's still going to be pretty hot, going for about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which means most likely a lot of South American teams will have the advantage. But the temperature isn't the only controversy about the Qatar World Cup. Lawrence will have more information on the human rights abuses.
Yes, human rights were definitely violated during the making of the World Cup. 6,500 workers died since 2010. There was 2,711 from India, 824 from Pakistan, 1,641 from Nepal, 1,018 from Bangladesh, and 557 from Sri Lanka. On average, 12 workers since 2010 has died each week. It's a very big problem, and it shouldn't have happened at all. That is one of the many reasons that the Qatar World Cup is so controversial. Now I'm going to kick it back to my, pun intended, back to my buddy Sal, who's going to talk more about controversial topics.
Thanks, Lawrence. Now, Qatar spent a lot of money on this World Cup. Understandably so. Now the problem is this. Did they bribe FIFA and other teams? A lot of reports have came out lately that Qatar bribed many FIFA officials to let them have the World Cup there. Really, this whole World Cup situation is just a gamble by Qatar. They want to get more into the public's image. Anyways, my friend Aaliyah will have more information on some of the more controversial beliefs of Qatar as a country.
One of the concerns of Qatar hosting the World Cup is the treatment of the LGBTQ community. In Qatar, the LGBTQ community suffer from persecution or torture, and some might get state-mandated therapy. Some members from LGBTQ community have been reported being detained. Some players are showing their support for the LGBT community, like Gareth Bale. He will be wearing a One Love armband to the matches in Qatar. And this will be an issue to watch as the game begins. Now we're going to go back to Sal.
Thanks, Aaliyah. So, with the change in the date for this year's World Cup being in November now instead of the usual summer, a lot of the professional seasons are being interrupted by this year's World Cup, which means that preparation times and injury times have went down tremendously. Usually, injury time and preparation time are about 30 days so that the players can get used to this. This year, both of those are only for about a week. This could be a problem, and we'll have to see what happens during this year's World Cup. Now, we'll move over to player and team analysis with Jenna and Kira.
Hi, I'm Kira, and today I'm going to preview the teams and players of the World Cup. In the World Cup, there are 32 teams and 8 groups. In each group, after all 4 teams play each other, 2 advance and go into knockout round. In each group, there are some favorites that are expected to move on to the next round. Now I'm going to be covering all the favorites from each group. In Group A, we have the Netherlands, Group B, England, Group C, Argentina, Group D, France, Group E, Germany, Group F, Belgium, Group G, Brazil, and Group H, Uruguay. From each group, I believe we have some players that we would like to talk about. I'm now going to pass it over to Jenna.
Here at Right On Sports, we have some players that we would like to recognize throughout these matches. For the Golden Boot, players Kylian Mbappe, Lautaro Martinez, and Neymar have all been nominated. Between their club teams and their country teams, Mbappe has played in 20 matches, scored 17 goals, and has 4 assists. Martinez has played in 29 matches, has 14 goals and 6 assists, and Neymar has played in 24 matches, has 19 goals and 17 assists. The Golden Ball has been nominated to Lionel Messi, who has played in 28 matches this season, has scored 14 goals and 10 assists. Now, there is one player that we would like to recognize as a breakthrough player. Though he does not have as much international fame, he is a really good player on the England team. That is Phil Foden, who has played in 21 matches, scored 17 goals, and has 7 assists.
3 teams that we think could go far or possibly win the cup are as follows. Third, we have France, with their place being 4th overall in the world. Second, we have Argentina, who is 3rd overall in the world. And lastly, the #1 team in the world, and the team that is expected to win it all, Brazil. They have 1 to 4 odds, and I am personally rooting for them.
Whichever out of the 32 teams you're rooting for, we hope you enjoy watching the World Cup.
This is Red on Sports signing out.